Okay, this is really not good because I'm having to do my own little selfie slash video. I was gonna have a camera person help me out, but she hasn't been able to show up yet. So this is my solution for, as you can see, I have my new Jeep. Whoops, there we go. My new Jeep Wrangler JL 2020. And I'm a ham radio operator, and I've been struggling with trying to find a way to put a ham radio in my Jeep. I used to have an old Jeep, a 98 Jeep, and if you knew anything about the old Jeeps, boy, putting a ham radio in that is easy. You just slap it in the center console and you're done. Well, they don't make them that way anymore. So I have to get creative. And I just got this Jeep, and the last thing I want to do is start carving into it right away. So I thought, well, I'll come up with some other maybe easy solution, maybe for the summer, and see how it goes. So what you're going to see today, and by the title of the video, this is, I hope for, if you're seeing this video, it works. This is the cheapest, pretty cheap anyway, almost cheapest, best way to put a starter ham radio in a Jeep, a JL anyway, and JK is probably very similar. I know the passenger bar is a little different, but it should be pretty similar. This will be the simplest, cheapest way to put a ham radio in your Jeep, at least for the short term, until you decide how you want to mount your other radios. There's a couple different ways to mount radios in a Jeep, and your antennas for the back end and all that stuff. So this video is for the semi-mechanical person, and I am that. I'm an electronics guy, but on the mechanical I'm okay. And also what's good about this method is it doesn't do anything to the Jeep. Like if you sell the Jeep or you want it to look like it was factory, you're not doing anything to it. You're not drilling any holes or anything. So hopefully this works for some people, especially new hams. New hams who have an HT or something, you want to just throw it somewhere, this might work for you. And the reason I'm able to do this, if you look in the back there, the Jeep does not have a metal roof. So right now I have my rag top. I call it a rag top because if you look at it, I have to use this view because I'm looking at me. This is cloth. They're not vinyl anymore. So I've had many Jeeps, and the old vinyl ones, they work great, but this is really sweet. This is a true rag top. So there's no metal roof, and on the, I don't know if you can see you can kind of see it over there, right? My hard top is over there. I haven't boxed it up yet. I just got this a week or so ago. But the hard top is not metal either. So, and actually the soft top has more metal in it than the hard top does. So actually I'll get better or less interference when I put the hard top back on. So if you have the rag top on, there's no real metal. Metal is very limited, so you should get decent reception. I've tested it already with my radio, and it works fine. I talked to a guy in, where was he? I want to say at least 7 or 8 towns over with a repeater, and he said I was full quieting, so it's great. So I'm going to stop talking. I've already been on 3 minutes. I'm sorry about that. We'll go ahead and do the install on this, and hopefully it works fine. Like I said, if you're seeing this video, then obviously it works. So I'm going to go ahead and change the view, and we'll look at the parts, and we'll start the install. So thanks ahead of time for watching, and hopefully this is something you can use. Okay, so this is my 2020 JLU, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the parts I'm using. So what I did is I ordered these 2 parts, 2 of one part and 1 of the other. And this is the radio that we're going to use. Okay, this is my Bofang UV5R. I'm actually glad I'm still using this because this is the basic initial first ham radio that most ham radios get a hold of, or one variation of it. It's a $35 radio. I think they might have come down to $30 now. I did what most every other ham does. I went ahead and changed the antenna right away. I think I had the regular antenna on it for like a day. I went out and got a buddy of mine actually gave me this one. This is a Comet. No, this is a Diamond. It's a Diamond. And I actually put a BNC connector on it as well. And the reason I did that is because I was running it through a magnetic mount from my old vehicle here. I was using that for a while, so I put a magnetic antenna on the roof, and then I ran a coaxial to my Bofang. So now I want to put it in my Jeep, and eventually I'm going to do a real ham radio install. This is just something to get me by. So it's my Bofang with my my better antenna. Works great in here, no problem. Okay, put it back there in the in the what do you call it? The Jesus, what is that? The beverage holder. So these are the 2 parts I'm using. Okay, what I did is I got a hold of the B-Tech microphone. It's a QHM22. This is the actual mic that plugs into the Bofang. So what happens is you plug this mic in, and this is a speaker mic. So your PTT is right here, and the speaker is here, and the mic I think is right in this little hole up here. So what you can do is which is really nice about a Jeep, is you can hang this closer to the driver, have this off to the side, the radio off to the side, and everything will come through the mic speaker, which I think is pretty cool. So that's a QHM22. I got that. And then I got two of these. I guess I left one in the house. Okay, I'll have to go grab the other one. This is a, it's actually a cell phone mount. Or a cell phone, cell phone mount. You can use it for a lot of different things, but it's a belt clip. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking this belt clip, and I'm going to put the adhesive on the back, and then what I'm going to do is inside the cab of the Jeep here, I'm going to put next to the passenger bar, I'm going to mount it right there. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take this clip, these two screws off of the clip for the Bofang, so it'll be flat, and I'm going to put it up right there. It's going to sit just like that, and you won't see anything. All you're going to do is just see the Bofang. That's all you're going to see, and the clip is in the back, and I'm going to stick it up so the button is like just a little bit above that ridge, so you can put your finger back there so it'll eject and not have a problem. If I do have a problem, I'll have to break it off. So that's where the Bofang is going to sit. And what happens is you put this clip there, and then on the back of the Bofang, you put one of these little knobs things that engage this little trap here. So you put that in the back of the Bofang. This goes on the dash. They do give you an extra one, which is nice. I bought two because I figured, hey, if I'm going to do that, I might as well get another belt clip so I can actually use it on a belt clip. So when I get out of the Jeep, I can throw it on my belt. Pretty cool. The other side, or where the mic is going, and the mic does have its own holder on the back, and if it doesn't have adhesive, I do have my own adhesive. In the Jeep cab, I'm going to put it over here next to the driver's seat, underneath the driver's seat, just to the left of the 12-volt accessory. And then you can see the foot pedal there, driver's foot pedal. So it's going to sit right here. I'm probably going to put it pretty low so that I can grab it up and it doesn't hit. So I'm probably going to put it right about there. So the cable will probably sit right in this ridge right here. It'll probably lay right in there. So let's go ahead and start that and see how it goes. I'll do each step, and I won't bore you with details, but I'll put the mount on and let you see it, and then put the clip in, and this will probably only take a couple more minutes. So let's see how it goes. All right. So of course, I lost one of these. Went right down the little thing here on the seat, so that's okay. I should have plenty of them. There's my clip. I already went ahead and put what you also need, and I didn't show you. You need one of those commando things that you can buy in Walmart or whatever. I got one of those commando adhesive strips, and I put it on the back of the clip, and I have the little pull tab just below the edge here. So if I ever need to take this off, I can actually just go in with a little pair of pliers and pull up, and it'll come right off of this without even knowing it, seeing it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the adhesive off this, and pretty much I'm just going to mount it just like that. And that's kind of where I want it, as close to the left as I can, so it's straight up and down, and that'll be it. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, I got it on, nice and solid. Okay, blends in pretty good with the dash. Now I'm going to go ahead and put one of these on the back of my radio, and as you can see, I already put the mic on just playing with it, so I'll unplug it so I can move it around. In fact, I'm going to take the antenna off it too, just so I can move it around easier. There we go. I'm going to take these two screws off of here, and I'm going to go ahead and just stick the adhesive for that little knob, and I'm going to put it right on the back of the battery so that it'll sit, hopefully, just like that. So here we go. We'll try that next. Okay. So I took the clip off. I put the screws back in, and the clip is over here. It fell down. The clip is actually partially damaged. It's bent a little bit, so I probably won't ever use it again. But in case I do, I put the screws back in. I went ahead and put the nub. It's a double-edged, double-sided adhesive. So I put it on the back of the radio. Pretty solid, and I want to see if it works. Here we go. There we go. Sits right there. Okay, it sits pretty good now. I might have to play with this a little bit, but it sits pretty good. I might even have to put it up a little more. Whatever. It's just a temporary. I mean, this is something to have for a few months. whatever. So now let's go ahead and put the mic on. And we're going to put it right on the edge on that side over there. So I get the mic right here. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and put this, when this comes off, I'm not sure if it's going to work. Maybe I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. I'll be right. Let's try it. Let's go ahead and put that on there and see how it works.
Hey Bob, the Fusion, definitely try that out. And there's a bunch of guys out there listening. Once you get into that golf style machine on the digital side, you're going to be coming out of 7 other repeaters around New England. It's amazing. The registration's
6, 7.
Okay, so as you can see, I got it working. It's not everything I would want. I would like that a little higher. Whatever. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to try to do a test on it. I'm on the local repeater here, Saddleback, if you can see that. And I want to see if anybody can hear me. The problem I'm having is my right ear from the allergies kicking in. I have no hearing in my right ear. So what I like is that if you could hear that, that speaker was right down here near my leg. Everything comes off, and I'm going to take this off here. Hold on. There we go. So everything comes off this B-Tech mic, and it's a speaker as well. So when I key this, in fact, if I key it once, nobody's been on Saddleback for a few minutes, I bet you'll get the standard message. Let's see. Yep.
Listening to the W1 SRA repeater, high atop Saddleback Mountain. Please use a 100 hertz PL tone.
All right, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get a radio check on this and see if they hear me okay. So I'm just going to point the camera here. And I'm probably not going to be able to understand the guys or the girls' call sign, but we'll try it anyway. Case, as you were, K1 SFC, looking for a radio check on a new install.
N1STU in Stratum, you're doing well.
N1 STU, hopefully I got that right. My allergies are really bad. I'm not hearing much out of my right ear, so I apologize if I got your call sign wrong. This is Steve out of Deerfield. I got this handheld in my Jeep, and I did a little special mount for it. And I was hoping that you could hear me because, you know, the Jeep doesn't have a metal top, so I'm really hoping you could hear me okay. So you sound great, but just checking. So you're saying I sound pretty good then?
Yeah, Steve, the name's Rich here. Yeah, no, you're fine. Great audio, and you're getting in the machine really well. It's a solid copy.
Roger that. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate your help, and I'm actually doing a video on this too, so if anybody else buys a Jeep. Hey, thanks, Rich. I'll be clear. K1 SFC, I'm clear on this one. Thanks for your help, and 73.
All right, bud. Just take care. No, it's sounding good. Leave it where it is. N1STU, 73.
All right. Cool. So that worked out good. And I can't hear call signs. I hope my ear opens up, but whatever. That's another matter. So Rich was able to help me with that. That's good. So I'm going to go ahead and it clips right here behind here. And there we go. And he said it sounded real good, so that's good enough for me. I'm not crazy about where the cable hangs, and but you know, what are you going to do? So that's fine. So I think that's good enough. And what's nice about this is, like I said, I can unhitch it here, and I can unhitch it, and it's on a temporary mount. So here we go. So what I did is, this is not going to stay there, but with this thing will rotate. And you don't want that. So what I'm trying to figure out is I can put 2 vertical objects here and secure them. Probably just a little bit of touch of super glue. Either, you know, little straws or maybe a little piece of cylinder wood or something like that. I'll make this more permanent. But I wanted to see if it would work. And it appears to work okay. So actually it works fine. It doesn't move. So I'm going to throw that back in there. There we go. Oh, I don't want to key the mic. There we go. Yeah. So it doesn't rotate, which is good. But it comes right out. You could take this totally out of your Jeep and you wouldn't even really know that it was there. So, again, it goes right in back of here. Clips in. There we go. Good to go. So I'll probably leave that overnight. Let it sit. Make sure it stays. But probably because it's only mounting on a couple little strips there, I might have to put something a little more permanent. Same with that. But this is what it's going to look like. Sorry for the long video on that part of it. Not perfect, but nice if you just want temporary thing, maybe for 2 or 3 months or whatever, something until you get a better idea. Or maybe you get a real radio. Maybe if you're a new ham and you want to put something you'll mount under your seat and have a nice display right here, which I'll probably do. I have an ID 5100 ICOM, which I'll probably end up putting here on a couple of different mounts. I'm going to get a mount and put it there. I'll probably have it right here. And I'll probably keep the mic down here for that. And I'll mount the radio under here, because if you have a JL, what's nice is you probably have these aux switches, and you can wire those aux switches 40 amp right to your radio. So that'll be another video, but I'll probably do that in the fall. So this will get me through the summer, just to make sure I mount the next radio the correct way. I want to mount it once and be done with it. Okay, I got rid of this hack job. Not much of a better one, but it is, like I said, I'm only doing this probably for the summer. So what my wife handed me, and she handed me one of those little circles that you put like underneath a chair to stay on the floor. So I trimmed it. Tried to put one on each side, but didn't really work. But one actually works fine, because you only need to stop it, okay, or to prevent it from rolling too much. And it's pretty stiff, so it's not going to want to move. It'll last me the summer. I would, again, put a little piece of wood, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But again, when you put it in the slot, it goes right in. So it doesn't want to move. So I'm reasonably happy with that. I might even modify a little more. For the mic, I did fix the mic and put a little I put a, I'll get it out. Hold on. There we go. See, I put some spacer in there with adhesive, so that won't come off now. There we go. Yep. So that's hopefully then pretty much complete. I might clean that up in the back of that a little bit to make sure it doesn't move. Maybe next few days, a week or so. But it's still going to look like that. I'll plug that back in. And so again, hopefully, I mean, it's hard to do one-handed. There we go. There.
Channel mode.
Yep. There we go.
And
Yep,
I've got a diagram up on the Facebook page that you can see what I'm talking about.
So
One of the simpler
works good. Looks good enough anyway for what I want to do with it. My wife again made a suggestion of putting the mic here, which I think might look a little better, but again, my concern is to hear it as well. So I probably want to keep it over there. So hopefully that helps. Again, thanks for watching again. I'll put all these together and hopefully it comes out okay. Thanks for watching.